You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports supporters, it's amazing how much drama, and I'm talking about real life and tragic drama that came out around this Chiefs season, particularly the playoff drive. Now, in case you guys don't remember, we covered very heavily on this channel the Buffalo Bills having to delay a game, an NFL playoff game against the Steelers because of weather. Now, they chose to delay the game because they had a massive blizzard from lake effect snow, and there were issues with fans actually getting to the ballpark safely. Well, that same weekend, that Saturday night, was the Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, Peacock exclusive streaming game. I bring that up because it was a big deal for the NFL and Roger Goodell to get that game in for Peacock, and now it has had tragic consequences for some of the fans because the temperatures were brutally cold during that game. I did a video where it talked about how many people had to be hospitalized after the game because of the cold weather. Well, now, and this is also just a couple of weeks removed from the 3 Chiefs fans that froze or was found frozen dead in the backyard. Like I said, the parade shooting, it's crazy. All the drama that happened around that back end of the Chiefs season where people literally lost lives. No fault to the Chiefs, as an organization that I can think of, but now these fans that suffered these hospitalizations, well, they got frostbite, and now they are looking at amputations after that negative 4-degree playoff game. Now, in case you guys don't realize, there was talk around that game of delaying that game, moving it later in the week to like a Monday night. Same kind of conversation was around that game as Buffalo, but not nearly to the extent because, let's face it, NFL players have played in cold weather plenty of times before. But they also have heaters on the sideline. They got, and of course, with fans, you can't really regulate one guy during that game. I remember had his shirt off, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? So fans have got to be able to think clearly enough, but you never know what happens. People get to drinking, having a good time, and they look down and something has gone badly wrong, and this is what's happened. Chiefs fans suffering frostbite need amputations after attending negative 4-degree playoff game, doctor says. And by the way, with the windshield, it was like negative 25. It was a cold-ass game. It was a cold game. That game, in my opinion, if you were the Kansas City Chiefs or a Chiefs fan, you wanted that game played because you could tell coming in the Dolphins were done. And I think in a large part because of the weather. That was a true home field advantage game for the Chiefs. Some Kansas City Chiefs fans who attended one of the coldest NFL games on record in January are now being recommended to schedule amputations following their hospitalizations for frostbite. 70% of frostbite patients that Grossman Burn Center at Research Medical Center in Kansas City, Missouri received since January are being advised to undergo life-altering procedures. Many of the patients were among the daring fans who braved the elements at Arrowhead Stadium to watch the Chiefs' 26-9 wildcard weekend victory over the Dolphins on January 13th. Should be noted Taylor Swift was in attendance for NBC Peacock to continue to put the camera on. There was a lot of NFL business going on behind the scenes with this game. And by the way, it's paid off into a $150 million exclusive game with Amazon Prime next season. All right? There was a reason they were playing that game, by God. Saturday night, prime time, they were going to get it in because of the NFL business side of it. Quote, the patients who had their frostbite injuries along with the Chiefs game, they are just getting to the point now where we are starting to discuss their amputations that might be necessary. Dr. Megan Garcia, director of the Burns Center, told Fox 4 KC. One fan who took their gloves off for 5 minutes to set up a tent in the parking lot was left with red fingertips that have since turned dark blue and purple. Photos shared by HCA Midwest Health to the outlet show. Look at these fingers, folks. I mean, wow. That's bad. You got to think that's potentially 3 fingers that are going to be gone. The 30% of patients who are in discussion of amputations have been undergoing treatment over the past weeks in hyperbaric oxygen tanks. These individuals, while they keep their fingers and toes, will still have long-lasting effects from the cold. It's a lifelong process. They'll have sensitivity and pain for the rest of their lives and always be more susceptible to frostbite in the future. So we are educating them to make sure they stay warm for the years and months to come. The January 13th game was the 4th coldest game in league history, the lowest temperatures recorded at Arrowhead Stadium since opening in 1972, as 70,000 fans packed the stands to watch the beginning of the Chiefs' Super Bowl push. Thermostats on the field displayed a bone-chilling -4-degree kickoff and fell as low as 8 below during the game. The wind chill was -27, also the 3rd coldest kickoff it says wild chill, wind chilled in NFL history per Chiefs. Come on, New York Post. The Kansas City Fire Department transported 15 people from the stadium to the hospital, 7 suffering hypothermia, 3 with frostbite. That is just crazy. The number does not include fans who sought medical attention at the stadium or those who may have walked in visits at local hospitals following the game. The Grossman Burns Center revealed the information during a burn survivors reunion at Medical Center on Tuesday. Quote, people think of burns, they think of fire, they think of hot thermal injuries, but burns can happen from many different causes. At the time, Garcia predicted the number of amputations her burn unit would encounter in late winter and early spring would be in double digits. Quote, in just this cold spell we've seen multiple patients that will likely require amputation 5 to 6 weeks from now. I imagine somewhere between 10 and 20. Wow. That is absolutely wild. But yeah, that was a game that had big-time NFL business implications on it because of the Peacock streaming part. And I'm not saying that that's why they didn't delay the game. I mean, generally speaking, I'm like, look, it's cold weather. You play ball. You play ball. All right? The only reason I was halfway on board with the Buffalo delay was because fans literally could not attend the game. They shut all the roads down around there. All right? But there wasn't much snow involved in this. And it made for some fascinating television. And the NFL, they counted on that. All right? So now you've got multiple amputations from what turned out to be, they said -4, but it dropped to -8 during the game. Wow, that's crazy. Again, parade shooting. Frozen fans in the backyard. Jordan Willis, we covered that at great length on this channel. And now this, people getting amputated from having attended a Chiefs playoff game. It is weird how much just life-altering drama happened, not on the field involving the Chiefs and their Super Bowl run. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.